My name is Robert Johnson Koeyers. I am a writer, director, also animator. I like telling stories from sort of like an unapologetically black perspective, and I made a film called It's Nice in Here that's now having its world premiere here in Cannes, so I'm incredibly happy and really proud of the team that pulled it off.
It's Nice in Here is a short animated film about the last few days of a sensitive and introspective black boy named Crimson, seen through the eyes of the police officer who took his life and his best friend Imani, who witnessed it all. Can you tell us how the whole project of It's Nice in Here was built?
It originally started off as a graduation film. I was sort of like had to think about what film I wanted to make at the Willem de Koning Academy. I heard a lot of like these news reports coming from the United States, specifically these two incidents, these two shootings that happened one day after the other that really shook me to the core, and I was like, I had so many feelings and so many emotions about it that I had to process it and sort of like put it all down on paper. This boy, this very sort of like sensitive boy, that's not necessarily sort of like inherently a bad person, but is also kind of like dealing with his own sort of like demons that he's trying to fight.
Can you explain us the title name of the movie?
The title has meant a lot to us. I think it originated from this idea of back in 2016 when I started this project. I was looking at all of the work that I had made so far, and with animation you construct everything out of nothing. And as I was looking at the work that I had made, it was all these white characters that I had drawn. That was my default. That was sort of like, I always went to sort of like these white characters that I was drawing. After a while, I started really embracing my blackness more, becoming more comfortable with myself and in my skin, and also claiming more space. And then those words sort of like presented themselves to me of like, hey, actually, despite what I thought or despite like how the world looks at me, it's important to remind myself that it's nice in here, in this skin.
That's a beautiful story. Are you planning other projects like short or maybe long film?
Yes, yeah. I have now in my head, I'm sort of like developing this idea for an experimental documentary, combining animation but also live action. I'm also working on another more, I don't know if it's going to be feature yet, but it's going to be a longer project, yeah.
Can we have the name of the project?
So far the story is called Story of August. It's very mysterious.
So thank you, Robert Jonathan Koeyers, to having us today. It was a real pleasure to meet you. I hope everybody will see your short film because I was deeply touching about the project and the story that is telling in. So thanks you very much, because thanks to people like you, I truly hope that things will change. So thank you.